Hello there, and welcome to the next Bringing Out the Knack tutorial. We've done our form, and now we're going to link it with PHP to register and input stuff into our database. So, first things first, since making the last video, I've realized I've forgotten to do one more vital input, which will be the submit button. Obviously you cannot submit without a submit button. I am completely stupid for thinking of not putting this button in. Now with this type you have to say the type is submit, and that will actually make a submit button. So I think we can actually run this right now. So let's quickly see what it looks like. That's DB. If I do a refresh, there we go, and there we are. Username, password, blah blah. Now that doesn't look very good, to be honest. So what we'll do, we have this little tag. It's called a break tag. This is sort of like a carriage return or hitting enter on your keyboard. Now this will make everything go underneath each other. This is important, I guess. If you want it to, it depends. You can start it any way you want. You can also add classes and all that, depending on how experienced you are with HTML. So now if we save and hit refresh, there we go, they're on nicely underneath each other. The next thing would probably be to actually have like a little tag. So there's loads of ways of doing this. You can say font and then end font, and anything between these two font tags will show up. You can style font tags, you can make it different. You can do P and close P. So those are paragraph tags, I think, and anything there. For now, because I'm lazy, I'm just going to say the word username. Anything that HTML doesn't have tags around it, anything that, well, that's wrong anyways. Anything that doesn't have tags, HTML just classes as full main. Yeah, HTML just classes as text, and we'll just put it on the page. So, next will be username. And this purely is just to make it look relatively attractive, which is rather important. Well, it is if you're going to do a proper website, you need to make sure that your website is very professional. And last but not submit doesn't need. Now, if what we can do in here, we can say the word value, and this will mean that submit will equal, and inside there, so like if we look at the moment, oh, it does say submit. Alright, okay, never mind then. If we said value submit, we'd get it would say submit, but it already says submit for some whatever reason. I think it's just because there's a, there you go, see it close to the lowercase s, because I forgot to put a capital. Oh, there we go. And now you can see we have these. Now, oh well, it doesn't look very straight, but at least we know what each thing is now. So yeah, now that is our form done. So basically, let's start with the register. So as always, we should start by doing, well, on this one, we created db.php. So what we're going to have to do, we need this to log into our database, so that we can put the stuff into our database and table and stuff. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to say include, and then we have that, and then we say db.php, and then that and that. So now it will include it in this script, basically, for for us to, so that it'll look at it. So when we say connect, basically all these variables in here, like MySQL connect and stuff, or DB, they'll be used in here as well. So it sort of mixes them together, but they're on different pages. Now what we're going to have to do is make our variables. So the first variable is full name. Yep. And oh, don't know why I did that. And now I need to say it equals $_post. I do post in capitals. I'm not entirely sure if it's necessary, but a lot of people do it, and it's just, you know, how it is. Now, our syntax brackets, that's just how it is. Actually, I don't know if it's square brackets. I think it's square brackets. So square bracket, that will be the one with your curly bracket, or whatever it's called, parentheses, or I don't know, whatever they call a curly bracket. Now this one will be full name. So what we've said, oh, see, we've said we want to find, we want dollar post means the post, so this post here, of, and then we've said of full name, and full name is there. So it's getting the post from here and doing full name. That's how that works. And we got to do that with the other ones as well. So we'll say username, and then we'll say equals dollar post square square single quotation mark or apostrophe. I know single quotations sound, or single quotes is usually better. And then we do username. Oh, yeah, that was right. And then that, and then that again. We have to do this for all of them. I've forgotten an underscore. When you're doing, whoa, when you're doing stuff like this, it's very easy to forget stuff. It's just how it works. That's why you're given like syntax errors and stuff like that, because then you can easily, you know, work out what you've done wrong. Get line numbers. I think it varies per browser, but things like that, you know, they're all here to help. Dollar repeat password. Repeat password. Now, okay. Now we are almost done. Okay. Everything spelled correctly. Yeah, as far as I know. Alright, now we do need one more. We need that and that. And then we do need also, we need to submit. Oh, submitty. Dollar. Okay. So now when we have our submit, we can, so that means that when they hit submit, or the submit button, it will then, you know, run, well, when we do our if statements, it will run as well. Blah, 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 submit. That, and that. Okay. So we have our submit, our full name, our username, password, just repeat password, submit. Okay. Yep. Okay, that seems good. I don't know, we'll find out later if there's any errors. Okay. Now that we've done that, we'll do our first if statement. So, to do an if statement is basically, we'll say, it's fairly straightforward and self-explanatory. If this is happening, or if this happens, do this. If not, but you don't say if not. So you say sort of like, if submit is clicked, check whether username is the same as the one in the database, or else, you say else, and then you say, well, for else with submit you don't say anything, because that means if they haven't clicked the button, which is pretty much all of the time, it'll say something. You can, if you want, you could say click submit, or you could say fill out the form or something like that, and then after they click submit they will go away. But anyways, so for now we'll say if, and then we do these brackets, and then a curly bracket, or I'll find out what that's actually called, and then I'll probably use it in the rest of the tutorials. For now, we'll say if. There's many ways of doing this. Some of my friends do that. Like, until you see the semicolon, it doesn't matter how you do it. Anything, you know, any way you want, as long as they're not like spaced out too much and stuff like that. It's just whatever looks nice. I think this looks nice and easy to follow, so I did it this way. So you say if submit. So if they press the submit button, then run this. So inside here, we're going to do some indents. So we'll indent once, and then we say if, let's do some more of them. Oh. If Okay, now we need to do it. Oh, okay, there's something we've forgotten. We have to do. Oh no, that's for login. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so we say if $username equals so equals means it's the same as or is compared to, so it'll compare it to something, and we'll say null. It doesn't matter whether you do it with a capital or not. Then what we'll do is we'll say if it equals none or null, so if they haven't put it in, if they hit submit and then they haven't put in a username, we can give them a little error message. So we'll say the words echo, and then we say please, it's alright, yeah, please please give a username, create, make, input. Yeah, let's just do input a username. So please input a username, and then we'll do the same for password. So we'll do if $password equals null, we'll echo the same sort of thing, but we'll say a password. Okay, so if they haven't put in their username and they've clicked submit, then we'll have to do that, and if they haven't put in their password, they'll say that. So let's quickly do some checks. There's probably something horribly wrong. Yep, that sounds like there's something horribly wrong. Okay, those errors aren't actual errors, they're an undefined index. So to stop them, we just simply, lots of people will have this error, and everybody sort of like wonders why. Basically, all you have to do is put an @ symbol in front of all of them, and all those errors should go away. There we go. So now if I press submit, see, please put a username, and then it says please input a password. I'll put a space in front of that. There we go. There you go. Please input a username, please input a password. That's because I didn't put one in. If I did put one in, I'm just going to get a load of errors. Oh, or nothing. There you go. So we've done that so far. On the next tutorial we will carry on with this, and I don't know whether we will complete the register script in time, but we'll see. See you then.